So right now, we're just making the empanadas that I have here. These are the beef ones. I hand wrap these with my own meats that I actually ground myself.
Wow.
Ground tri-tip, slow cook, with my own sofrito sauce. So right now we're gonna put these suckers in and get them frying up real good while I get all the rest of the plate ready.
Okay, so while you're doing that, I got a couple questions for you.
No problem.
Okay, so you told us who you are. How'd you get started cooking? Give us a little background.
My grandmother actually owned a restaurant back in the Bronx from 1936 to 1977. It was called the Lighthouse Cafe. So her grandmother had 15 children.
Wow.
So we all had to learn how to use the kitchen, or else you were not gonna eat. So everyone had to play their part. So I've been cooking since I can remember, in the kitchen for my grandmother, helping her prep stuff, laying things out, getting the meats ready, shucking corn, all different stuff like that. So being in the kitchen was something I always was. As I got older though, I moved towards construction work, and I did construction most of my life. But now that I'm getting older, I needed to change direction, because I know I'm not gonna stop working. I love working, but I need to retire from construction. So this is my game plan. I'm gonna take something I love doing that my grandmother taught me how to do. I'm gonna take all her recipes, and I'm gonna let the Bay have a flavor of New York.
Wow, that's a good plan. So obviously your grandmother influenced you. What is your specialty?
I'd say our empanadas, for sure. Our beef and chicken empanadas, people come all around for it and don't buy just one or two. They'll buy 5, 6, 7 at a time.
Yeah, a lot of people just walked up. and that's good, because that shows that people like your food.
It shows that I'm cooking with quality. That's the other thing. Just so you can understand, like I said, my meat is ground tri-tip. The chicken is actually chicken breast.
Wow.
It's not little scrap pieces of chicken that was used to make your ground beef. So everything that I'm making here is of high quality. Then the oil that I'm frying in is actually avocado oil.
Avocado oil?
Yes.
Interesting.
The reason why is because I'm trying to teach people that we can't eat healthy even if we're eating out. Everything out doesn't have to be made half-ass. You go to certain restaurants, sauce comes out of the can instead of being made, right? You know, they just don't have the time anymore to take the time to prepare. So I actually prep everything yesterday.
Yeah, because I met you at the store.
Uh-huh.
All right, now that was put on yesterday. Now, by the time I got home and got settled, it had almost 250 views.
Well, people just, I guess, realize when someone's being offensive.
I saw you getting fresh produce. I was a witness. Actually, that's how we met, right?
Absolutely. I was in there getting stuff, getting ready to actually make the sauce that's inside these empanadas. So all those fresh produce went into a blender to create a base that I actually stew my meat in.
Wow. I can't wait to taste it. Okay, so tell us, as we go close this out, your future endeavors.
So my future goal actually is to eventually turn this into a truck. Not brick and mortar, but a truck. Because a truck I can franchise, and then I own the franchise. Where if I turn it into a brick and mortar and then franchise it, I don't own the brick and mortar. So what I'm trying to do is create a generational business that could be left for decades. And it's a turnkey system. It's a plug and play. You know, unfortunately, growing up, my grandparents understood business, but they didn't understand how to pass it on to us. They knew that they needed to make money, but they didn't know that they could actually have it set up where we could all still be making money from it. So that's the gap that I'm trying to bridge.
So where were your grandparents from?
Both my grandmother and grandfather from Puerto Rico.
So you took flavors from Puerto Rico and you blended it with?
So this is 100% Puerto Rican food. What I will be doing is turning this into a fusion, or I'll be freaking the food when I do the taco truck. So what that will then become is actually Japanese / Puerto Rican food. I'll be doing sushi roll style with yellow rice and plantain and pulled pork. I'll do a lot of different things that are incorporating other countries, like Italy. You know, I'll do like maybe a chicken cutlet style chicken breast with the mozzarella, but do it over patelon, which is a Puerto Rican type of lasagna made with plantains.
Wow.
Okay, so it's just, I want to start incorporating fusion and change, because that's the one biggest thing that we're doing that no one wants to accept, that we're changing. So why not change food to show the change?
Exactly. Exactly.
You know?
So what year can we look forward to this food truck venture?
Hopefully this time next year it should be up and running.
Okay, so
I'm giving myself a 1-year window just to build clientele, get the name out there what Puerto Rican food is first over here. Because there's really no Puerto Rican food anywhere in the Bay. Very rare. I think there's one restaurant in San Ramon called Soul Cafe. You know, other than that, and that place does great. He makes tons of money. But my problem is, that's a Puerto Rican restaurant ran by Mexicans. I need my people to run my food. Just like Mexicans have taco trucks, we need Puerto Ricans out here having Puerto Rican food. We need Italians having Italian food. We need to get back to our cultures. We need to get back to the roots of who we are. And I'm not saying that we need to be segregated. I'm saying we need to know where we come from so we can push on beyond. It's the only way to do it.
And on that note, brother, you are a very wise man. As we close out, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, how could they get in touch with you?
So my Instagram is freakinrican.net. FREAKNRICAN 2024. That's the Instagram. Then www.freakinrican.net is actually my website. So you can go to www.freakinrican.net. That will be the website where you can actually see all my catering stuff, photos of the food, sandwiches, and all stuff like that.
All right, bro. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate the food.
You have a blessed day.
You too.